What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Here to bring you a video giving you 6 landing spots for free agent to be Dillon Brooks. Now, let's get right into it. But before we get started, I want to point you guys to 2 spots in my description box down below. One being my social media section. Follow me everywhere. Click all the links. Follow me on all my social media sites. And also the Amazon affiliate links. 4 products down below. Won't break your wallet. Check them out. And let's get started with the video. So, as we all know, yesterday, the big Dillon Brooks news broke about the Grizzlies saying, basically guaranteeing they will not bring back Brooks beyond this season, which wasn't shocking to me. I was saying all season that they should have traded Brooks at the trade deadline to try to get OG or try to get Mikael Brooks. I think an upgrade at that 3-and-D wing spot was needed. Didn't happen. They wrote with Brooks. I think they tried, though, from rumors say. They definitely tried, but it didn't happen. But I didn't like the way it came out and the way the wording was. The way they was kind of being nasty towards Brooks just by that one little comment. For me personally, the way it seemed like they act like Brooks was a nuisance or something. Brooks was a integral part to that core team. He set the tone. He was the one on the front lines playing the Draymond Green role. So I didn't like the way the comment and the way it was just worded for me. But based off that comment though, and based off the news around surrounding Brooks's name, I'm not sure if he's gonna get a long-term deal anymore. Prior to this season, you couldn't tell me that Brooks wasn't gonna get a bag. Multi-year deal, in the 20s, 30s, and millions. For a full-term contract. And now I could definitely see him getting a 1-year veteran minimum, 1 year, 2 million, like prove it deal. Just the way the narrative is, but you never know. I'm a regular person. I have no sources, so I have no clue. But just the way it seems from outside looking in, it seems like players and teams are kind of off on him, give him long-term money, especially, and he didn't perform well either. He talked big talk and didn't perform well at all. So, but let's get into it though. I have 6 teams for you. I know the title says 5, but 5 sounds better. But I have 6 teams for you guys. I'm gonna give you the teams first. Then I'm gonna go back and break down each team and why he fits that team. And there's no order. They're all on the same kind of level to me. Like I say, it's early. It's not even past the playoffs yet. It's still in the playoffs. So it's really early for this. But let's get into it though. So 1 through 6, I'm gonna list them off. Then I'm gonna come back and then double back and talk about each individual fit. And I'm not being funny either. This is dead serious. So let's go. 1, Lakers. 2, Warriors. 3, Cavaliers. 4, Suns. Then you have 5 being a team I like a lot. That's the Houston Rockets. And then you have in the final team, number 6, the Chicago Bulls. Now, some of these teams on this list is predicated on how players and how teams view Dillon Brooks. I view him as a Pat Beverly style player, and he talks to get attention. He talks to get a name. He talks to get, he just talks to. It's just a part of his game. It's how he's living. It's how he's making his impact on, his brand, his name, everything, right? So just like Pat Beverly, there's a chance I think he plays with the Lakers and LeBron James. Prior to this year, we already know Pat Bev was on LeBron's bumper every chance he got, talking about LeBron post game, pre game, during the game. Any chance he got, he was on LeBron's bumper, chirping, 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 making plays on him, chirping, chirping, chirping. I think the same could be had for the same could be said and done for Dillon Brooks. Brooks, his fit with the Lakers would be in a Hachimura type role. Depends on what happens. Hachimura is a free agent. Dillon Brooks is a free agent. I believe Vanderbilt has a team or player option, but he's coming back. I'm pretty sure I've seen that somewhere. He's coming back. I think it was a team option or whatever it was. I'm for sure he's coming back to the Lakers. So Rui and Austin Reeves and D'Lo are the main guys in this equation that would kind of block Dillon Brooks from coming to Lakers. If all 3 return, I don't see Brooks coming. But there's a chance. As I said earlier, Brooks might get a 1-year deal for 1.2 million, $2 million. No, some real light approve it deal, and that could be the chance of That could be the chance of bringing Brooks in, on a 1 year proof of deal on a good team like the Lakers. Where they don't really need him, but they always need perimeter guys, especially LeBron be 39. Give him more time off, give him more breathers and things like that. And Dillon Brooks paired with Rui, paired with Vanderbilt would give him, paired with Reeves also. Even if they bring all three guys back, you still can like squeeze them in. Pairing with all those guys, Brooks would fit well. The Lakers and Darvin Ham like a defensive oriented squad. This makes sense to me. It all got to go through LeBron first. I'm sure, but if LeBron allowed Pat Bev to come, I don't see why he wouldn't allow Brooks to come. So that's the Lakers there. Number 2, the Golden State Warriors. We've seen Dillon Brooks and Draymond go at it. We've seen Dillon Brooks exposed, not in a bad way, but just no. He's been exposed as want to be a Draymond style of player. And even in the rumors about the Grizzlies not wanting to bring him back, the rumor was Dillon Brooks wanted a Draymond type role. He wanted to do more. He's not just a 3-and-D wing. He wanted to be an all-around do-it guy, playmaker, passer, defender. He wanted to do everything, just like Draymond. And I think that makes sense. What better way to learn than to learn with Draymond or behind Draymond? It makes sense. Now, kind of a tough fit. You have Looney, you have Jonathan Kuminga, you have all these guys there. You have Draymond, you have Wiggins. So the fit would be kind of weird. Kuminga coming to his 3rd or 4th year now for next season. He should be getting a better role, if not trade him. So kind of a weird fit, I'm not gonna lie, but it definitely could work. Draymond's getting older. If they bring him back, which they probably will on a short-term deal maybe, but they bring back Draymond. I think Brooks, same as the Lakers, on a 1-year prove-it deal, 1-year veteran minimum, 1 year, $1 million deal, that would make sense to me. That would make a lot of sense to bring in Brooks to sit behind Green. You want to be Green, learn from the best, learn from the guy you want to be like, and then play in that system and prove it that you can be in that system. So to me, that makes sense. Next, Cleveland Cavaliers. I love this fit here. I was saying all trade deadline, the Cavaliers got to make a move, get Malik Beasley, get Josh Hart, get a couple other guys who are available. Josh Richardson, good 3-and-D wings. They didn't really add one. I think an upgrade above Cedi Osman is needed. A different look beside Isaiah Okoro, Isaac Okoro, I think it is. Isaac or Isaiah? I think Isaac, whatever. But an upgrade from him is needed also. Or not an upgrade, but a different look. He's a 3-and-D guy too, but there's no 3. So you need a 3-and-D guy there. Karis LeVert, yeah, he's okay too. But I would love to get Brooks in there. Defensive personality, brings a mindset. The only thing is he's had smoke with Donovan Mitchell too. And we've seen Donovan Mitchell have smoke with Rudy Gobert, and they parted ways. So will Mitchell want to play with Brooks? I don't know. That's a main thing there too. But I love the fit. He will bring intense defense and decent 3-point shooting. He's not the best. He definitely struggled in the Lakers series, but he can shoot better than what he played. And that makes sense there for the Cavalier squad. Next, probably the best fit, number 4, Phoenix Suns. This makes a lot of sense. I was never, ever, and I stand on this from the day it happened. I was never a fan of KD going to the Suns for one reason. The same thing I didn't like Kyrie going to the Mavericks for one reason. Don't give up your 3-and-D guy. I would have never traded Mikal Brooks. I'm on record saying that. I would have never traded Dorian Finney-Smith in that Kyrie deal. Never, because you needed him to guard the guys. Kyrie and Luka can't guard anybody. So why would you give away your 3-and-D guy and keep Tim Hardaway? I've been saying that the entire time. Didn't understand it. So on to the Suns deal. I didn't like it. I graded a C move when the deal happened. You can go back and watch my reaction for it. So yeah, back then, I was heavy on don't go to the Suns, or if you do, don't let them give up Mikal Bridges. And they gave up Bridges, and they gave up Cam Johnson. But I really focus on Bridges in this equation. 3-and-D guys, I want to hold on to as much as possible. And the Suns have no depth, which I said from the get-go. You can't give up all your depth for a guy like KD. But they did anyway. No matter what happens with the Nuggets series, they come back from down 0-2. I still think they shouldn't have done that move. Long term, Bridges has more potential, and we see it now. Give Bridges a bigger role, and he can do something with it. So I think the best fit next year, no matter what happens, they win the chip or not, the Suns should look to add Dillon Brooks, whatever it takes. He'll be a great 3-and-D guy to fill that role beside KD as a forward. It makes sense to me. So I love the move there. Great fit. On to the Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls, the number 5 option. Like I said, there's no order, but the 5th option, the Chicago Bulls, a lot of sense as well. And it's same thing. It kind of sees how teams view him. Is he like Pat Beverly? Because they just traded they signed Pat Beverly after he was let go by the Lakers. They were traded, then let go by the Jazz, right? He went to the Bulls. If they want a perimeter guy, he's better than Patrick Williams. He will fit perfectly beside Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. So I would like that fit a lot better than Patrick Williams. But if they didn't like, or if they did like Pat Bell's personality, they should accept Dillon Brooks's, in my personal opinion. So I think, like I say, if you have Beverly, you should be on the market to also get a guy like Dillon Brooks. They're the same. It's not the same, but they're similar personality types. They're similar play style as far as defense, 3-and-D guys. So different positions, obviously. One's a guard, one's a forward, but they give you similar things. So, and also bad shooting nights too. So the Bulls to me and the rumor is they don't want Beverly back either. So it does make sense there. And last but not least, my last team on this list, pick 6, the Houston Rockets. They're a young team. We all know this, but Ime Udoka is big on defense. That team right now has no defense at all. So bringing in a vet like Dillon Brooks to slide and to bring the mindset. He's going to bring the hip mindset he did with the Grizzlies, bring it to Memphis. Bring it to Houston with Jalen Green and those boys, KPJ, and be their defensive stalwart on the perimeter. This move makes a lot of sense to me. If Ime Udoka wants to change this group around, he's going to have to get a long-term veteran. That's not too old. I'm hearing the rumors about James Harden. I'm not a fan of James Harden. It's kind of old. He went off last night. He's not going to be the defensive guy. He's not going to be the two-way guy that you're going to need like a Jaylen Brown or like a Dillon Brooks who's going to help lead the way to the future for the Houston Rockets. So those are my 6 teams: Lakers, Suns, Bulls, Warriors, Cavaliers, and last team, the Rockets. Those 6 teams, to me, are the key spots for landing guys like Dillon Brooks. That's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.